everyone, it's Alice Bazaar here. Often people ask me, how do you do makeup on a budget? Because there are a lot of people who want to get into makeup but can't quite afford just to play around with it. They can't afford to try out things because they're worried that they have to buy all the really expensive products, which essentially puts them off and, you know, stops so many amazing people getting into the industry. So I'm bringing and showcasing a couple of bits and bobs that I own that are cheap, that are really good to start with and just to play around with, just to see if you want to do it or not. They're good, they're not, they can be industry quality, they can be photographic quality as well, but this is more for a budget and trying out new things and seeing what you like. So here we go. Right, in the background you can see my suitcase of bits. This also consists of this and of this. I also have a massive box of more industrial materials for mold making and prosthetic making as well. But that's quite expensive, so I'm not going to showcase that at all. But the middle, basically that one consists of a lot of cleaners and a few spare bits and pieces, lots and lots of eyelashes, spare prosthetic bits, airbrush paints and tools and cleaning products and things like that. So that's quite useful, that box, but it's probably not helpful right now for makeup products because a lot of stuff in there is quite expensive. So this, for instance, is filled with palettes. It is about... I think I'm the queen of compacting things because I often take around a rucksack with me, but it usually has more than enough for a photo shoot. So this is probably, as you can see, there's like loads and loads of palettes in there. It's about 4 palettes thick in here, and this is Ben Nye stuff, but these are quite costly. So if you want to really make an investment, then Ben Nye palettes are fantastic. Basically, getting a palette is really good because then you don't have to buy separate separate eyeshadows and things like that, which can be so expensive to do. So what I'm recommending from this pack of palettes is eBay. Basically, if you look at Pro Palettes, whatever number, 80, 160, whatever, these things come up. And you can get some worse quality ones, and you can get some really good quality ones. The one I've got is actually really good, and I actually use for a lot of my photo shoots, which a lot of people are surprised about. But I always say if you get a good primer, so the best way of doing this is to invest in something expensive and then lots of cheap things as well. So a good primer would be like Urban Decay, eye primer, Benefits, Lemonade. I use a grease white palette and I powder the top of it. So grease white paint I use, powder the top of it, and then I can just use any eyeshadow and it just comes out so strong and it lasts ages. So basically the inside of these palettes look like this, and they also come out, so it's like this. They're really, really good, and you can get them really cheaply as well. So they are perfect. Like literally just go on eBay, type in Pro Palette, these come up there about, they can cost between a tenner to, you can get MAC versions of these which are more expensive, but if you want to get a cheap one, about 10 to 15 quid, fantastic. Really, really useful. Really good for working on a budget. Also lip palettes of the same kind are really good. I think the best bit of advice would actually be going into Boots and just trying things out. Certain pencils can be really good. One company that's really good is Elf, which is an online company. There's 1 or 2 shops around the country, one in Cardiff. But yeah, Elf's a really, really good one because they're really cheap, but a lot of their stuff's really, really good quality. Like for example, my lipstick, this silver thing, is actually this, which is one of their eyeshadow sticks, which I can't twist it up anymore, I've used it too much, but it's basically this little thing here. It's really good, and I think this didn't cost me any more than a fiver. Like, I think it might have cost me £2. You know, like, really cheap. And just certain things work that you might not have thought would have. Like, lots of eye pencils are, like, really good for black lip liners. Red lip, like, blushes can work for eyeshadows. It's just finding what is applicable for everything else. I think a really good company that can be quite cheap is Bloody Mary. This is a Bloody Mary zombie palette. Really realistic tones and really, I can't remember how much this was. I think it was like 2 for a fiver. So like this and, oh yeah, no, that's it. I got this and this. This is perfect for inside of wounds. If you use it sparingly, it's good for sunburn looks. If you use it mixed in with like blues or with blacks, you can make really good, strong sore areas, burns, bloody, just zombie, like, it's really, really good, and this is really, really good as well. So, I think that was about a fiver altogether. That's Bloody Mary. They're good, like, if you get, like, little palettes like that, it's really good if you want to start off doing a bit more special effects things as well. What every makeup artist needs is their brush belt. This is mine. As you can see, I have an array of just brushes, and I have no idea how much they are. This is just collection over the years and stuff like that. But, this is my... You can get brush belts on eBay and online for quite cheap, which have brushes already in them. But again, it's a bit more, you have to just pick and choose which brushes you might think are better than the others. Like some of these are really cheap. I mean, this one I got free in a magazine, but it's been one of my favourite eyeshadow brushes I've ever used. But things like this are the Charles Fox Illusion body paint brushes, and this is my favorite brush to do white body painting, white face painting, and foundation. But then you have like MAC powder brushes, you have Damaska foundation brushes. It is a mix, and a good starting point is the collection brushes you can get. A good pack one is a good way to start. And some of them come with brush belts as well. This one was £22 from Kryolan, which again, Kryolan's another one which is a bit like Ben Nye, which you can get really good palettes for. A bit more expensive, but they are worth it if you do end up making a choice to go into industry and things like that. But when it comes to eyeshadows, you can get some really good cheap ones from companies such as Sleek and MUA, which a lot of people don't think that's going to be any good, but believe me, it's worth it. And plus, I think people really need to make the time to actually go out and just try things, because people are like, oh, what would suit me, what would suit you, what should I try out? But like, just go to Boots one day, don't wear any lipstick, and just try some stuff on. It takes like an hour of your day, like it takes like half an hour, like to do it in your lunch, like something. But again, things like this, you can get on eBay as well. This one I got from a pound shop. They are just packs of eyelashes, which you can get. The good thing about cheap ones as well is if you're working at like a fashion show, you don't worry about your models running off of them, because sometimes they do when they're wearing like £14 worth of Damaska, and they just run away. Or you don't have to worry about cutting them up if you want to make your own eyelashes and stuff, if you want to cut them to the right size of someone's eyes. They're really good, and really just, I mean, the fact that you can cut them up, anyone can wear them. And things like this, like, this is Ben Nye's neutral set powder. I mean, again, this is an old bottle, but this is like a setting powder for any foundation, any grease paint, anything like that. And it's £6 for like a smaller bottle. I think this is about 10 or 12. But this lasts so long, and if you're just trying out, this is going to last you like forever. It's ridiculous. And you can just use it on any skin colour as well, and skin type for that matter. I know this is a bit of a rushed video, but it's just little bits and bobs of advice of eyeshadows, lippies, and just companies, and just how to work on a budget, like how to start doing makeup on a budget. So I hope that helped a little bit, but if not, then just post some questions in the boxes below. Subscribe and like, and just follow my posts and stuff. And if you have any more questions, again, just ask. And I hope that helped. So